Okay, let's get right into this leg series. Something you can add on to another flow you've done, something you can do on your own. You can do this standing. You don't need to change clothes. Grab some socks and let's get to it. All right, first thing here, let's take our feet about hip width distance apart. Of course, my socks are like camouflaging into the floor. Sink your weight into your heels. You can lift your toes and let your hips go back towards the back of the room, like your pubic bone is pressing back and down. Really dig into the center of your heels. Start to press your heels in opposite directions. Like you're trying to rip a piece of paper kind of underneath your feet. And start to feel like the outside of your hips begin to fire up. Pull your low belly towards your spine. I'll go sideways for a minute. Pull your low belly in towards your spine. And then let your heart and chest kind of come up and forward. So you can start to get the muscles in the middle of your back that kind of surround the spine engaged. You can have hands at heart center here. Hands up overhead to get the muscles of the upper back working. Whatever you'd like. Starting to feel a little bit of the heat building. Okay, so now take your hands outside of your shins. Imagine that you're pressing your shins into your hands. Right, slide your hands up. Now imagine you're pressing your thighs into your hands again. Keep the low belly pulled in, keep the heart up and forward. Unless your hands are up overhead, shoulders down and back. We're gonna stay here. Let's take another 5 breaths here. Stay right there in the heat. As it builds, right, you can feel it starting. See if you can become more of the observer, noticing more just what's happening rather than kind of making it part of, no, it's part of you, but then identifying with it so much. Let's start to do slow down, kind of hips back and down. Dig, dig, dig into the center of your heels, really slow up. We'll do slow down and back. Super slow, keep the heels working apart from each other. 3 more like this. See if you can connect back to your breath. Feel the heat building. 2 more. Hope I didn't lose count. Maybe you're getting a bonus one. And let's press up. So bring all of your weight into your left foot. Pull your left hip in towards your center line. You'll see the right hip kind of starts to lift a little bit. I'm shedding a little. And now sink your left hip kind of back and down again. Bend your knee. Let your right leg come out. We're gonna do 10 like this. So the right leg stays there really just for balance. Really press into the heel on the left side. And stay slow and steady with the movement. Down, press into the heel, keep the hip pulled in. Keeping the belly pulled back to the spine, helping to bring that kind of stability from the core the whole time. Going down nice and low. We've got 4 more here. Pressing into the heel on the left side. 3, 2. Let's take a last one. Down, up. This time we're gonna go right down. I know it's burning up. And we're gonna just slide in and out. Keep the left hip really pulled in here. You can really feel it right in the quad, in the glutes, maybe even in the hamstring. Can feel that fire. Let's do 3 more here like this. 3, 2, 1, and up. Let's bring the weight now into the other leg. So it's in your right leg. Keep the left leg, kind of get your toes kind of pointed down towards the floor like you're leading out with your heel. This is great if you're by a chair or a table as well. And we're gonna lift the left leg up to the side. Keep the right hip pulled in. Keeping the belly pulled back towards the spine as well to help, again, with the stability. And now you can start to feel those muscles again that kind of surround external hip rotators, some of the glutes. Working here. With a little bend in the standing leg, starting to feel it in the standing leg as well. We'll take 3 more like this. 3, 2, 1, down. Now sink the right hip back and down. Really press into the right heel. Left leg extends off to the side. 10 like this. Keep pressing into the heel, slow up and down. Staying nice and light in the left leg. Weight is staying here in the right leg. Slow and steady up and down. Let's do 5 more. Press into that heel. Keep the hip pulled in. We're gonna do 3 more like this. 2 and 1. Let's come all the way down here. We're gonna slide the left leg out and in. So all the weight is right here in the right leg. Out and in. Stay with that heat. Whew, keep the hips back and down. Press into the heel of the planted leg. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Weight comes right into the left leg. Right toes kind of point down. Lift up. So keeping this hip pulled in. Left hip pulled in. You can start to feel the muscles kind of here in the obliques as well and the low back engaging. Main focus you'll probably feel outside of the hip here. A little bit of bend in the standing leg. We're gonna do 3 more. 3, 2. Last one, both feet come down. Take your feet hip width distance apart again. This time, try coming up on toes and then belly pulled in. Hands at heart center, really press your hands together. Start to sink the hips back and down. Now we're gonna go stay right here or start to do slow up and slow down. Maybe you want to bring hands up overhead if you're feeling good about what's happening with your balance, or keep your hands right here. Let's do 3 more like this. 3, staying up on the balls of the feet. 2, 1. Last one, press up, drop the heels. Last thing here, take the feet nice and wide so the feet are actually kind of past hip width distance, toes pointing out to the long corners of your room. Sink the hips back and down, knees point out as well, following kind of the big toes. Take your hands behind your knees, press your knees back. So you're really pressing your knees into your hands or your thighs, wherever you can reach. Now see if you can imagine pulling your heels in towards each other. So now the inner thighs are firing up. Everything's working here. You can cactus the arms, have them at heart center, hands at heart center if you'd like. If you can maintain that engagement. Keep the knees pressing back into your hands. Keep your heels pulling in towards each other. Belly stays in, heart forward. 3 more nice, slow and steady breaths here. Reconnect to breath, kind of find that focus again. Last big full breath. We're gonna take some slow pulses here. Down and up. Check in that you're still pressing your knees back behind you and that your heels are still working towards each other. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Slow press up and continue on your day.